the mornings after, where it's like, what are you doing? So I had to identify those things and cut those things out. For some, it might be certain websites that you can't go to. That might be a trigger for you to go into a different addiction that you maybe don't want to go into. Just to get out of that rut, out of that same way of thinking that will take you down that path you don't want to go to. This is a big one for me, getting out of your comfort zone. This right here, what I'm doing is way out of my comfort zone. Those of you that knew me, this definitely was not something I would do. I was very reclusive, very walls up. I don't want anybody to see what's inside of me. I don't want anybody to know what's going on. Slowly those walls have come down. Goes back to dealing with those good friends that can hold me accountable, that can trust enough to open up and allow me to do different things. Roger, he's been great. He's been very supportive with this group and helping me to start understanding what needs to happen to live a different sober lifestyle. I did love my comforts. My comforts were, like I said, being an alcoholic. That was my comfort zone. My comfort was having that drink or knowing where that next drink would come from. That was my comfort. It made me miserable. It made me hate myself. It made me miserable to everyone around me. It destroyed relationships. It destroyed my health, destroyed everything around me, but it was my comfort zone, and I wasn't leaving my comfort zone for anything. My whole life was crumbling around me, and I still had to protect it. And I didn't know what my comfort zone had become. It was destroying everything, literally. And I needed to break free from that comfort zone. Substitution was a big thing for me. Substitution, I kept thinking of all these things that I had to take away. I had to take away the drinking. I had to take away the things that kept me in that rut of going down those paths to lead me back to that drinking situation. So I had to take all these things away. So substitution was a way that I could start putting positive things back in. Simple things that really helped me out. Like I was a beer drinker. So the carbonation of a can, a cold can with carbonation. Very simple little thing you would never think. So I started to drink like sparkling water. And that, for some reason, was enough to, I don't know if it shook my mind or, was in the place of that other habit, but it's a lot less destructive, obviously. But that helped the mental side of dealing with that when I'm just sitting around or watching TV, instead of reaching for that alcohol drink. This was a good substitute for me, and it's been working out ever since. I was a smoker as well. This also goes back to substitution. Had to have something to do, also chewing gum, something to do with my mouth, or something to do with my hands, something to trick my brain into not thinking about that for that moment. Because maybe if I can get through that moment, then I can get through the next moment. I can get through the next moment. And all of a sudden, I got time where I'm not thinking about that specific thing. Don't copy the behaviors and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. I didn't want to be like everybody else. I didn't want to try to go through the same process of getting sober as everyone else. Some of those things worked for me, some didn't. As some of you know, I'm not a huge steps person. So I've pondered on different ways to not go around it, but kind of go around it. Some say I'm still doing them, I just don't call them that. We'll beg to differ. Develop clean and positive activities. This was one of the things that I wanted to add back into my life after taking away those things that I thought were making me happy, but they weren't. They were making me miserable. And to go ahead and implement new ideas. This is one of them, getting out of my comfort zone, talking more, being more engaging with people. My friend Mark showed me how to just say hi to people and actually, engage with them. It seems simple, but I've never done it. But now that I do it, it opens up new avenues to speak. It opens up new worlds. It opens up new circles of friends, new people. I've developed new hobbies and interests. One of my biggest hobbies that I like, that I'm not good at it, but I like to do it. I cleaned out this area of my garage for a long time. It would be work, go home, get on that Madden game, and drink all night long. Nothing productive. So when I stopped drinking, I had to fill that time with something. So I cleaned out an area of my garage, and I started collecting scrap wood from work and here and there, and just putting together little projects and workbenches. Drive my wife crazy, but it's a lot of fun. So that's one of the hobbies that I developed. Historical Society, I have become a member of. I am a card-carrying member of the McMinn County Historical Society, which has been interesting. But I got to learn a lot. And again, that opens up new avenues to meet with different people, different perspectives in life. I've done a lot of reading, a lot of book reading, a lot of different subjects I never wanted to sit down and focus on and pay attention to. My wife is a huge reader. I did. She's a huge reader, and she's read like 20-something books already this year, so it sets the standard that I gotta try to get to. I'll get there someday, but that's another one that was fun. Learn something new. I don't care if it's, learning where these chairs come from. Just something new. I like to learn every day. I hear something, I'll look at it on Wikipedia or whatever it is. But I just like to try to find fun new things to learn every day. Try something good for you. Whether it be exercise. I keep wanting to start exercising. It's silly. But the reading, that's good for you. Just get out, try to be active. And I had to learn this too. It's one step at a time. I can't go full force into everything. Can't trade that one addiction for another. can't focus everything on that one new thing I want to try. I can't focus my attention on that one new person I want to meet, that one new circle of friends that I want to be with. I gotta spread it out, broaden my horizons, and keep it that way. Develop strong work habits. This is a thing that has really been beneficial to me. To care about the details now. Before I wouldn't care about the details, it would be just enough to get by, just enough to ease into whatever I was doing. Now I care about the details. I care about getting the job done. I care about having a work ethic and the integrity. When nobody's looking, I know I'm still doing a good job. Jesus called out to them, "Come follow me, and I will show you how to fish for people." Different version might say fisher for men. No, Mark, you like the King James. Matthew 4:19. Get involved. Expand your circle. I was talking about earlier. Reach out and help people. Become sensitive to other people. This right here, expanding the circle, is kind of what I was talking about. All these different kinds of people, engage with them. I'm real big on this, real big on helping others. It makes me feel better to help somebody than to get something from somebody. I would rather help people all day long than get anything at all. And it didn't used to be like that. It used to be me first, me first, me first. So another part of the way that my mind is changing for the better. Becoming sensitive to other people kind of tags in with that. If I see somebody hurting, what can I do to help? What can I do to be there for you? Can we go get some coffee? Can we go do something? Can I get your mind off what your problem is? So being sensitive to others, that's another thing I'm trying to work on. What have I learned so far? It's been a lot. I know I still have a lot left to go. But you know what? It goes back to that hope that I was talking about earlier. Now I have a hope. There's some sort of vision of the life that I want. And I know it wasn't what I had. That's actually supposed to be around positive people, but you can be the positive person too. I find myself gravitating towards people that are not negative, ones that are always upbeat, the ones that don't look like a truck has hit them every time you see them. They don't need something every time you see them. I like to be around people that I can look up to, that I can say, you know what, they got something I have. Get the junk out. There's a lot of junk that I didn't even realize was there until I saw it from a different perspective. And once I did, I want to get it out. It's toxic friends, toxic people in my life that were bringing me down. And had to have hard conversations and hard decisions to make. There's toxic friends, there's toxic relationships. Part of the junk too is getting away from places I knew I didn't need to be, whether it be physical, online, people online, whatever. Delete apps, delete Facebook, delete whatever. Whatever it takes to get the junk out, I had to do. Be thankful in all circumstances. For this is God's will for you who belong to Jesus Christ. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. Gratitude. Gratitude is huge. Goes back to what I was saying earlier. I was so self-centered. I didn't care about saying thank you to anybody. Gratitude is a major, major shift. I learned the value of saying thank you. So anyway, well, thank you. Janet?
Good job, brother.
Let me get this thing down a little bit because our singer tonight is, or we'll get a stair stool for her to get up on here.
I'll hold it.
Okay. We're always thrilled on the, what is this, the second Monday of every month to have Janet come and sing with us. She always blesses us with a wonderful song. So we're going to ask her as she comes up and gets ready. I want to thank once again Stephen. I hope that as you listen to him tonight, you saw progression. And if you had watched this young man come in this door a year or so ago, you would see a different individual. And as he's speaking, you're seeing an evolution and what he's talking about and how he, in his personal life, how he has changed. That's not, as he said, that's not necessarily how you might do it. You got to figure out what works for you. But this is what the things that worked for him. And he ended up toward the end with where we're all wanting to go. We're all wanting to be a servant to others. We want to help others at some point. But before we can help others, we got to help ourselves. And helping ourselves, we got to be honest with ourselves. And he touched on that a lot, about getting the junk out, being around the people we need to be around, being at the places we need to be. We got to break some old habits. And I'm seeing him do that. And I'm seeing him now lead others to do that. And I'm thankful for you. I'm proud of you and for you. So thank you for coming and sharing with us tonight. Now, let's let our little bird come and sing to us.
Smoke clouds all around, couldn't see your face. Darkness consumed me, stuck in the bitterness. But I know there's a light that's waiting up ahead. So I'll stay in the fight and look to the one who said, hold on. Just hold on, hold on. Your promise, it still stands. It's chasing after me. The rainbow from storm clouds is how I'm gonna see. There's a light that's waiting up ahead. So I'll stand the fight and look to the one who said, hold on just a little bit longer. I know it's gonna You'll find purpose in the pain. Hold on just a little bit longer. Deep down there's a well of faith. Let hope arise. It's lifting up my day. And just hold on. Just hold on. Hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. Hold
Thank you very much, Janet, and with some truth in those words. Maybe some of us, through this thing of recovery, have felt pain. And the line in that song said that there is purpose in this pain. Boy, there are days like today that I'm having a hard time understanding that line. Purpose in the pain, but thanks be to God, there is purpose in the pain. And some of us can't even see the end of the road or know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel because we can't even see the tunnel. But believe it or not, again, thanks be to God, if we will just stay with it and work it every day, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how troubled we are, there's a new life ahead for all of us. And it will be different than where we've been, where we've walked through, where we've seen others, where we know that others are walking right now. So I know that some of you out there know exactly what I'm talking about. You are right there right now. And you've got somebody that you absolutely love with every ounce of your being. And they're hurting. And they're doing dumb stuff. And they're making wrong decisions. And there's not a thing you can do. Because we can't fix it. There's only one that can fix it. So, it sounds trite. And you hear people say, well, we got to pray harder. And you want to just go, I've prayed enough. We haven't. Because that's all we got in a situation like that. Unfortunately, sometimes we've got to release it and let it go. Those people that we love that much, no matter how much it hurts, we've got to let it go because we can't fix them. And we can pray that God will, and that they will see a way, and that something will be put in their life, in their path, that they will have a Stephen, that they will have some of these folks, that they'll hear the words, these angelic words that come out of Janet's mouth, and that something will prick their heart. I pray for you. And I want you to pray for me. Because we all know that someone. So I want to thank you for being with us. You've given me something tonight, and Stephen, something that is precious, and that's your time. And we thank you for that. We thank you for coming to be with us. We want you to come back again. Ashley, take me to that last line. We're so thankful that you've been here. I know that what he said, what she's saying, I hope the words of God through me, because you asked me what I said, I don't know. But it was coming from here. And I hope they were meaningful. And I know they were meaningful to you. And I know they were meaningful to somebody else. And you know that somebody needs to hear it. So please, please lift them up in prayer and ask them, encourage them to like, and you share our page with them so that they can watch this. Because all they got to do is go to Renew Recovery Community. And there's a little tag up there that says more, and there's a little drop down. When you drop it down, it says videos, and you can watch a series of all the videos we've ever put up. God has spoken through those. He uses us and uses us as a vessel to speak to you. And He'll do that to someone you love as well. So please do that. And I hope at some point, some of you will come right here and will have the courage to walk in that door so that we can love on you and we can lift you up. We're not going to judge you because we've been right where you are. Some of us are right where you are right now. So don't think you're going to get judged when you walk in the door. When we say come as you are, we mean that. We'll accept you. We'll love you. We'll lift you up. With Christian love, we'll hold you accountable too. Because that's the problem. Sometimes we don't hold people accountable. We enable, we continue to let things happen instead of speaking out. So come and visit us. And until next week, till we see you again, we love you so much. But God loves you so much more. Good night.